Imagine a director stepping into people's real lives and causing true love to bloom. This is the story of Under the Olive Trees, a film that blurs the line between cinema and reality. At the beginning, Abbas Kiarostami, the famous director, arrives in a lush village. He's come to make his new film, but faces one big problem. He can't find suitable actors. Kiarostami is a serious, professional filmmaker with years of experience. But this time, he wants to do something different. He wants real people in his film, not professional actors. In this village, there's a young man named Hussein. Hussein is in his 20s, works as a construction worker from dawn till dusk. A simple, hard-working young man who lives with his elderly mother. Hussein is shy, doesn't talk much and keeps to himself. But he has a kind heart. Everyone in the village likes him because he's always helping others. One day when Hussein returns from work, he finds his home full of strangers. Kiarostami and his assistants have come to talk to him. They say, "We need you for our film." At first, Hussein doesn't believe it, saying, "I'm not an actor, how can I be in a film?" Kiarostami replies, "You don't need to be an actor, just be yourself." Hussein's mother becomes worried, saying, "My son is a simple person, he doesn't know these things." But Kiarostami promises to take care of him. After much discussion, Hussein agrees, on the condition that he doesn't lose his job. Kiarostami agrees that filming won't interfere with his work. Now for the interesting part. In the neighboring village, there's a girl named Tahhira. Tahhira is 17 or 18, a beautiful and intelligent girl who works in her family's farm. Unlike Hussein, Tahhira is energetic and smiling, always kind. But her family is strict, they don't let her talk freely with village boys. Hussein has been in love with Tahhira for a long time. Whenever he goes to her village, he watches her from afar. But he doesn't dare approach her, afraid her family would be upset. One day at the local market, Hussein gathers his courage and says hello to Tahhira. She responds but quickly leaves. Hussein realizes she's not indifferent. Kiarostami, who's observing everything, notices Hussein's glances. He realizes this young man is in love, and an idea comes to his mind. He tells Hussein, "In the film, you'll play a young man in love." Hussein blushes, saying, "I don't know how." Kiarostami smiles and says, "Just show your feelings." Then he approaches Tahhira's family, saying he wants their daughter in his film too. Tahhira's father initially refuses, saying, "My daughter won't be an actress." Kiarostami explains that this film is different, they'll just act like they do in real life. After much insistence, Tahhira's family agrees. Filming begins. A large crew arrives in the village. Cameras, lights, microphones, everything seems strange to the villagers. On the first day, Hussein is scared, he forgets his lines in front of the camera. His hands tremble, his voice shakes too. Kiarostami calms him, saying, "Pretend the camera isn't here." When Tahhira enters the scene, Hussein becomes even more nervous. Both are uncomfortable, and the first scene goes badly. The first few days pass like this, but one day when the camera is off, a miracle happens. Hussein and Tahhira sit under an olive tree and begin talking. Hussein talks about his work, his dreams. Tahhira shares about her life. Gradually they laugh and joke. It's as if they've known each other for years. Kiarostami watches from afar, telling his cameraman to quietly capture this moment. From that day, the director changes his approach, no more memorized lines. He just creates situations and lets them talk naturally. One day, there's a scene where Hussein must confess his love. Kiarostami says, "Just say what's in your heart." Hussein looks deeply at Tahhira and begins, "I've been waiting for this moment for so long, since the first time I saw you, my heart trembled. But I didn't have the courage to tell you, or now that I have the chance, I want you to know I love you." Tahhira is shocked, unsure if these words are for the film or real. She looks into Hussein's eyes, sees tears glistening. She realizes these words come from the heart. Kiarostami shouts cut. But Hossein continues. He says, I really love you, Tahhira. This isn't just for the film. I want everyone to know that I love you. Suddenly everyone goes quiet, assistants, cameramen, all waiting to see what Tahhira will say. Tahhira lowers her head, her face turns red. She whispers softly, me too. From that moment on, everything changes. These two are no longer acting. Every scene they perform is full of genuine emotion. Their love transcends the cinema screen. Meanwhile, the families become concerned. Tahhira's father is angry. He says, what kind of film is this where my daughter falls in love? Hussein's mother also says, my son is being led astray. Kiarostami tries to calm everyone, saying this is a good thing. The film is becoming real, though he knows the situation has become complicated. Hossein can't sleep at night anymore, thoughts of Tahhira won't leave him. Early morning, he goes under the olive trees, talking to himself. Tahhira isn't doing well either, she's become quiet and withdrawn at home. Her mother says, this isn't real love, daughter, it just appeared during filming. But Tahhira knows her feelings are genuine. On a rainy day when filming is cancelled, Hossein makes a big decision. He goes to Tahhira's house, his heart beating like a little bird. The door opens and Tahhira's father stands before him, frowning. He asks, what do you want, boy? With a trembling voice, Hossein says, I've come to discuss something important. Tahhira's father lets him in, the whole family gathers. Hossein begins, saying, I love Tahhira, not for the film, but for life. It's true I'm a poor man, but I have my hands and feet, I work. I promise to make her happy, please allow me to marry her. A heavy silence fills the room. Tahhira's mother looks at her daughter. Tahhira keeps her head down, but there's a small smile on her lips. Her father says, we need to think about it, now go. Hossein returns home disappointed, thinking everything is over. He doesn't know that after he leaves, Tahhira speaks with her family. She says, I love Hossein too. Filming continues, but now everyone knows these two are truly in love. Kiarostami decides to change the ending of his film. He wants to show this real love in his movie. The last day of filming arrives, everyone is sad. They know afterward, Hossein and Tahhira might not be able to see each other again. Kiarostami designs a farewell scene. In this scene, Hossein and Tahhira stand under olive trees, supposed to say goodbye. But neither can speak, they just look at each other. Tears fill their eyes. Suddenly Hossein takes Tahhira's hand, saying, I won't let you go. I'll do whatever it takes for us to be together. Tahhira says, me too. I'll wait for you. Kiarostami says, cut. That's a wrap. But Hossein doesn't let go of Tahhira's hand. Everyone understands this isn't the end of the film. It's the beginning of a new story. The film crew packs their equipment, they're leaving tomorrow. Kiarostami tells Hossein, I hope you'll be happy. When the film is ready, I'll bring it for you to see. That night Hossein stays awake until morning, thinking how he can convince Tahhira's family. He decides to go propose every day, until they accept him. Days pass, weeks pass. Hossein goes to Tahhira's village every day, sometimes they let him see her, sometimes not. But he doesn't give up, he waits. Gradually Tahhira's father softens, he sees Hossein is a good man. A committed and determined person, someone who can be trusted. Tahhira's mother asks her daughter, do you really love him? Tahhira confidently says, with all my heart. Finally the awaited day arrives. Tahhira's family gives their consent. They say, if you truly love each other, we agree. Hossein is overjoyed, he doesn't know what to do. A simple but warm engagement ceremony is held, all village residents attend. They say, this love came from film into life, how beautiful. Kiarostami returns for the ceremony, bringing a special gift. A copy of the still unreleased film, saying, this is the story of your love. From me to you, it's yours. Hossein and Tahhira watch the film under those same olive trees. They see how they transformed from strangers into lovers. They laugh, they cry. Their wedding takes place in the same village, simple but full of joy. Everyone dances and sings, the olive trees seem to witness their happiness. During the celebration, Kiarostami stands and says, "This film taught me. Sometimes the best stories are those written by life itself. I was merely a witness." Years pass. Hossein and Tahhira now have children.